Okay, I'm back. So remember, I tell you when I'm doing my videos, I have to be cognizant of the fact if I want to upload my videos to TikTok, I have to keep them 10 minutes and under. So that's why I'd have to cut them off at right under 10 minutes so I can post them to TikTok as well. So this is part 2. So sometimes, um, you know, people want a long, drawn out, you know, explanation. And I don't have one. I can't tell you why I keep surviving. I can't tell you how I've survived having 2 strokes in my sleep, you know, and I'm still here. I can't tell you why I've had several brain surgeries and I'm still here. I can't explain to you why I was hemorrhaging to death. I literally started crossing over and I was brought back. I can't explain any of that. I can tell you for sure I'm not that good to where I deserve that. You know, it's not like God owed me any favors, you know. So I can only attribute my life to his grace. You know, it's all by his grace. And I would never take God's grace for granted. You know, like, oh, I knew he was going to bring me through. Because sometimes I didn't know if I was going to come through. I'm just going to be honest with you. I didn't always know if I was going to come through. I had prayed, you know, I had hoped, I had believed, but that knowing, like without a doubt, that wasn't always there, you know, that wasn't always solid, you know. I'm just, you guys know, I'm very transparent, I'm very honest. It had nothing to do with my faith level, it just, in me, like I've been through so much, like, okay, you know, so there were times where I just didn't know, you know, I didn't know. And because I didn't know, a lot of times I was afraid to celebrate my birthdays. I was afraid to get to celebrate, you know, every time I made a year having my show on the air. There were certain things I was always afraid to celebrate. You might not have seen that, but trust me, I was, because I'm like, I don't want to jinx it. You know, I don't want to jinx anything. You know, I don't want to celebrate and then something happens, you know, because I'm always, you know, when you see yourself dying, like I saw myself dying, I still have PTSD behind that, you know. So like before I could watch movies, you know, that was kind of gory and, you know, with bloody scenes. I can't do that anymore since hemorrhaging. I can't watch bloody scenes and stuff like that anymore, because of what I went through personally when I was hemorrhaging to death. Seeing that much blood come from my body, and seeing it all over my children, it's all over their clothes, it was just everywhere. So I can't watch those kind of scenes in the movie. If there is in the movie, I just close my eyes or turn my head, you know, until it passes or what have you. But PTSD is a real thing. The things I talk about are things I've actually gone through. And so I can't tell you, oh, God did that because of X, Y, Z. He did it because it's his will. That's the only thing I could tell you guys. I can't, you know. Man, my girlfriend was talking today, and I told her, I said, Sandy, I don't have any other explanation, you know, except for, you know, it's the grace of God, you know. And like I said before, I'll say it again and stand 10 toes down on it. There is no way I have been that good to deserve anything that God has done for me, through me, to me, in me. Because I'm human, you know. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't, you know. But I have learned that when I don't get it right, I don't have the luxury of beating myself up anymore. I don't have that kind of time, you know, and I don't allow other people to put me in that kind of situation to where I just can't get over myself or what have you. So sometimes when you have to go through what you got to go through, just know it'll be the grace of God that'll bring you through, you know, because not all the time you'll have somebody there. I'm a single woman, you know. There's nobody here when I'm feeling a certain way. There's nobody I can crawl up on in their arms or, you know, and have them rock me to sleep or anything like that. So I have to depend on God to keep my mind, you know, to keep my sanity, you know, to keep me, period, you know. Because you're talking about an 11-year battle, you know, and the entire 11 years I battled this as a single woman. So, of course, it has taken a toll on both my mental and my financial, you know, so, and I'm not afraid to share those two aspects with you because it's nothing that I caused. You know, I could see if it was something I did to cause my situation to be like it is and to be as long as it is, and then I would probably feel some kind of way about sharing. But because having brain tumors and all of that is completely outside of my realm of control, I feel like the fact that I'm still here and the fact that you're able to hear me and see me, you know, we keep saying we want to see miracles, signs, and wonders. But then when God showed it to us, I guess it depends on who God uses. If we don't like the vessel, then we discount the miracle. But, you know, I was praying one time for miracles, and God let me know. He said, you keep asking me to give you a miracle when I made you the miracle. You are the miracle. You are the sign. You are the wonder. You are the one that I want to see. I want the world to see that I am able to do this. And I remember my mom telling me that before she passed away. And I was like, what does God want from me? I've been serving him since I'm 14. I don't understand. I was angry with God. I was crying. I was upset. And she said to me, she said, he wants to use you as a living testimony of his goodness, his miracles, his grace. And I was like, I don't understand it. She was like, he wants to use you to show the world. And I immediately, I started thinking, you know, I'm the least likely person to want to be kind of in the limelight. You know, everybody think because of my personality, I like the attention. Absolutely not. Me and my girlfriend was talking about that today. And she was like, you always been cool with being in the background, working in the background. And I'm like, yeah. So when I hear people say dumb stuff, like, oh, she just doing it for attention, you know, it's like, you know, I know you don't know me, so it's okay for you to be ignorant because you don't know me. But when my mom said that to me, I've tried to uphold that and live up to that charge. I felt like that was not only just my mother talking, but I felt like that was a charge and a commission that she gave me. And I've been trying to do that ever since. That was in 2015. And it took me a while to get comfortable talking because I didn't start my show until 2019. So it took, after she told me that, it took me about 4 years to still, you know, feel comfortable, you know, talking about myself and the things I go through or what have you. I'll be right back.